Okay, Evie, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit, also for the people?
Yes, for sure. Hi everyone, my name is Abhi Rajguru. I'm an Indian-Australian meditation teacher. I was born in a very spiritual family in India, like Hindu yogic family. So I grew up with some spirituality. But then when I moved to Australia 20 years ago, that all went out of the window.
Yes.
But after some corporate success and traveling around the world, about 5 years ago, I really started to ask deeper questions like, all these other things are not making me as fulfilled as I thought. So then I really started my spiritual journey, first through kind of, the yogic path, because that was kind of part of the family tradition. But yeah, then came across Vipassana 4 years ago now. And it was like, wow, such a deep experience. So yeah, over the last 4 years or so, that's been shaping my practice and my life. So I left my corporate career about 3 years ago, and over the last 3 years, I've been practicing in monasteries in Asia, in Australia. Also, I've been teaching some basic Vipassana in Australia, and also run two nice humanitarian projects. One to help our kids shelter here, and also Burmese war refugees. So from some of the teachings and coaching, we use that. So this is kind of my current life.
Perfect. So what exactly do you do here in Watsopharam? Evie, do you make coordinations of the groups so the people can know a little bit more about your activity here?
Yes, for sure. So Watsopharam is a kind of new and growing place. So our roles are flexible.
Yes.
But I'm the unofficial marketing manager / the well-being manager of all the international people. So I primarily look after welcoming people, connecting people, make sure they're okay, make sure they're well supported, they have good experience here. And also kind of with some of the work we do, getting our word out there that this is all the nice work we do. These are some of the transformations that we are creating. I was the first foreigner here, so I was like, this was a hidden gem that nobody knew about. So I said, okay, let's get the word out there. And then final thing I do is I also do some fundraising for our kids shelter here as well.
Perfect. And Evie, can you tell us a little bit more, about the Watsopharam project here that it's running with the Vipassana retreat, that it's opening to everybody, opening for the people, no matter what religion, background, a lot of things that they have. So can you tell us a little more about the project?
Yeah, really. So at Watsopharam, you can say our mantra is inner freedom for everyone. So what is really our aim? I think many of us, read about inner freedom or awakening or really the present moment, but we read about it and, we haven't really tasted it. Or we typically think, to experience some kind of awakening, you have to be a Buddhist monk for 5 years, 10 years. So what our aim here with this project is using this powerful technique of Vipassana, but in a more modern, Western-friendly context.
Super.
And very kind of easygoing and gentle, relaxed manner to then really make it accessible to people, no matter whatever background they come from, whether they've been meditating for 10 years or whether it's their very first time. We really try to make it customized for each and every person based on their journey, where they're at, what do they want. So this is our project to really make kind of enlightenment accessible to everyone in a very personalized, individual way, in a very relaxed way. This is kind of our mission. And we do it a little bit differently compared to typical Vipassana centers where it's not so strict that everyone has to be in silent all the time. Each person chooses how they want to practice. And also we offer daily meditation group classes. So this is also, it's almost like some kind of consciousness university. In the board of, we have two amazing meditation masters here. So in a small group setting, we can be with the meditation masters and also can receive, one-on-one guidance from them. So I think this is what's truly unique here. So you can actually meet with the community, have the support from community of, international meditators as well as local Thai meditators. So it's like, okay, cool, I'm not alone. And it's like, wow, this is the whole community of us. We are trying to do something nice and different together. So that kind of community support, and we provide comfortable rooms here, with most of them with AC, private rooms. So then we really create conditions for people, no matter their background, can really kind of go deep in a very safe and supported manner. And then again, they can experience even a little taste of awakening, even in, let's say, 10 days time, 2 weeks time. So this is kind of how we go about our project, to kind of make enlightenment accessible for people, to taste people, to make it really practical and possible for people.
Yes, perfect. And Evi, what about the Vipassana meditation technique? Can you explain a little bit to the people that maybe never did the meditation, doesn't know anything about it, but it sounds a great word, so they want to try? So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the Vipassana meditation.
Yes, for sure. So yes, Vipassana meditation is a powerful meditation technique designed by the Buddha. This is kind of what he discovered, and even the Buddha calls it the direct path of awakening. Out of the 80,000 different teachings he gave, once he says direct path to awakening. But what is Vipassana? In simple terms, we can say it's like seeing reality in high definition.
Wow, deep.
Yeah, really. Because typically the challenge is we see such limited version of reality, or we see reality in such low definition. Oh, he said this, she said that, I feel happy or I feel sad. But we miss there are like 4 sub-steps of the whole mind, body, feeling process. So with Vipassana, we have like our seeing becomes like really high definition. We see so many details in the picture, so we really see the complete picture. Or in other words, have you seen the movie Matrix?
Yes.
Do you remember that famous scene where the bad guys shoot bullets at Neo, but he can see the bullets in such high definition or in such slow motion, so he can very easily do something. Exactly. So this is Vipassana. You can also say it's seeing reality in slow motion. We can really see kind of all the bullets coming to you from your own mind or from other people. Normally we see it in such low definition or such fast speed, like you cannot see it and So with practice of Vipassana, you see it in high definition or slow motion. So then you can basically easily dodge it, because you see, okay, this is kind of just a thinking. Oh, this is a feeling as a process. Like I am suffering. You see, oh, this is the body, this is the mind, these are the feelings, this is my thinking, my expectations. So when you can kind of dissect, or like, let's say if you're a scientist and you can see the whole reality under a microscope. So it's Vipassana is also like a microscopic vision. So you can really see through what's really going on and really seeing reality very clearly. Yes. So this is what's Vipassana, and no matter what your background or your religious belief or whatever, this is a very universal technique. Kind of, you can say like yoga. It doesn't matter what you believe in or not. If you do the work, if you follow the technique, it works basically.
So this is one of the parts I like the most, that it doesn't matter who you are or what's your background, but to make it more simply and to understand it better. Anybody can do Vipassana technique, Evi, or
for sure.
All ages, no matter where you are.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Doesn't matter whatever your background is, your age, your physical capability, because what is Vipassana? So Vipassana, in simple English, when the Buddha teaches it, it's the discourse. It's basically 4 foundations of mindfulness. First one is mindfulness of body. Second one is mindfulness of feelings. Third one is the mindfulness of the mind. And the fourth one is mindfulness of Dhamma, or we can say mindfulness of the truth, or mindfulness of nature. So how we all have, body, feelings, and mind. So anybody, so. I mean, you're a psychologist, right? So you can hopefully know more of it. But yeah, so this is it. This is what it really brings, the high definition vision of the body, mind, feeling as a process. Yes. So it really helps us to know who we really are, or the so-called me or the self, how that gets created. This is the body, this is the feelings, this is the mind, these are the ideas, this is the conditioning. We can really see it all clearly. And again, no matter the background, like for example, at our center, we have, some young children, 14, 15-year-old practicing some Vipassana, or as far as foreigners are concerned, we have, young 18-year-old backpackers coming and practicing.
Yes.
And we also have, the oldest person here, she's 75-year-old, and, she still practices. And again, because the practice here is customized for each person, and even when my mother came, she's in her late 60s, in the beginning she could only sleep for 5 or 10 minutes, or we have some guys, who've never sat. So it doesn't matter. And you can even sit and meditate on a chair. It's not even compulsory to sit on the floor cross-legged or anything like that. So you can say, so we are kind of, let's say, we are living our life, but let me use this as an analogy. We are driving a car, being ourselves, but we don't even really know what kind of car we are. We don't know if we are manual car or automatic car, what fuel to put in. So Vipassana is really like, get to know yourself, get to know the car you're driving. Or sometimes we talk about in the modern personal development or modern spirituality, find your life purpose, and but it's like we don't even really know who we are. So Vipassana is really going back to the basics, to really a foundation. It's like, okay, know who you really are. And again, it's not in some fluffy spiritual way, not some deep metaphysical thing. This is very concrete, very real, very tangible. That's okay, body, feeling, mind, thinking. It's like
work now with this.
Exactly. So very objective, very real, very tangible, very grounded version of spirituality. So I feel this is why it really works from any background you come from. It's pretty universal, and this is how it works.
Yeah, and we can easily see this because when you first arrive here, you can see the monks, for example, doing the standing in the temple. Then you see also the woman from the kitchen doing the standing. Yesterday we could enjoy it. Look at them. The lady from the kitchen, she's, 60 maybe years. Then there was the monk, maybe the same age. And then you have the kids doing also the standing meditation this morning there. And then you have the people, right?
Yes.
So it's a really friendly place also. And you can see this variety, diversity that it's living here. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful project. So Avi, one last thing. What do you want to say to the people that it's Googling meditations or retreats, or they just hear something about these spiritual retreats that they seem really cool nowadays? Also, it's like a very good offer to young people also to go deeper, because it used to be like something for adults in a moment, and now it's like everywhere. So you can see meditation everywhere, and now it's like, this is not for me, or is this for me? So maybe you can give a message, or just a brief of everything for these people.
Yeah, for sure. So what I really want to say is, we always spend long time to find this highest happiness or ultimate freedom. So for me, or sometimes people misunderstand when it comes to meditation or Vipassana or Buddhism. It's all about just letting go of all your attachments and have no pleasure or no happiness. It's not like that. We can really see this is like discover the highest happiness, or discover more unconditional happiness. Because typically all the happiness we experience, it depends on certain conditions to be met. My friends being able to do that, I have a girlfriend or boyfriend, or if I can travel, then I can feel happy. But here you really find like freedom really within you, and not just something that you can talk about or read in books, but really something you can experience, and even a type of freedom. I mean, I've traveled for a long time in different places, and I thought in the beginning that was a freedom. It is to a sense, but it's like, man, when we can really experience some kind of inner freedom from all the thoughts, some of our habitual patterns, and it's like, wow, there is so much deeper level of freedom.
Exactly.
That's really possible. So I want to invite people that come and find out for yourself, the highest level of happiness or the ultimate freedom. And here, for this kind of happiness or freedom, you don't have to spend any money, you don't have to rely on anyone, you don't have to go anywhere. It's for free, sitting in your room in 5 minutes, you can, feel this highest happiness or the deepest freedom, you know. So why not?
That's a really important part, because here you don't have to do anything but chill at the beginning, you know.
Really.
And that is one thing that our master teacher said. You just chill.
Exactly.
You know, go to your room, enjoy, and we were like, wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
How do we do that?
Exactly.
But then, you find that it's a lot of people working on it and putting this space for us,
Exactly.
you know, for find ourselves. So it's a very, very beautiful project.
Thank you. And this is really so, because in the beginning people like, what, just chill? And of course we have kids shelter here as well, where we have 50 children from very challenging backgrounds across Myanmar, Thailand and Nepal. So even sometimes when people come, like some kind foreigners like, oh, and now let me just help and volunteer with all the kids. But usually we always recommend people, even if you want to volunteer, please, if possible, meditate for some time. Really empower yourself with wisdom and be rooted in this the deeper dimension of reality, and be really grounded there, because this is where you find then you don't really burn out. For example, our Ebert, you know, he's been doing this for 16 years. You know, the man works 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is no weekend, you know. He does not just say, okay, let me take off my mom clothes for a weekend. But then you don't, like, how does he never burn out? How does he still, you know, so easygoing and chilled? Because you're so rooted in this ultimate dimension and you really know what is the reality. Then you can play your role. This is what it's about. And again, then people can come here to meditate, to volunteer, you know, teaching some English, teaching some Spanish to the kids, play with them, play football or whatever. Like, they really need some kind of, you know, elder brother or elder sister kind of nice figures who can talk to them, show some love, etc. So this is really how we create, let's say it's essentially Watsopharam, you know, it's happiness for everyone, you know, for those kids from difficult backgrounds, for local Thai people from various situations, for the monks, for the nuns, for young people, old people from, you know, all international backgrounds. So in the end, we are really this beautiful ashram, you know, where people from very diverse background, we are like this beautiful soul family that we come together, work together, find, you know, inner freedom within us, and then really help people at the deepest level possible. And this is how we are really shifting the whole paradigm. It's creating a new conscious paradigm. And here is where we are really generating the new generation of leaders, change makers. Because if we can really help a bunch of people, the change makers, taste some kind of awakening and consciousness, and then this is how we can really create an enlightened society together. So,
and change the world.
Really, this is how we really change the world.
The new paradigm is here.
Exactly, the new paradigm is really here.
Thank you, Abby, for everything. Thank you for this great interview. And I will put the information below for the people.
Wonderful.
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Interviews day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody got interviewed.